What's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today, for Top 5 Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the top 5 heroes that got better with time. Now, these are heroes that as meta shift and as new heroes are released and new combos for these units come out, they tend to actually get stronger rather than getting power creep, almost in a weird reverse power creep, which is honestly one of my favorite parts about Epic 7, where older units that may not see play in one season just come back and become meta dominant. So those are the heroes that we're going to be highlighting today. But before we actually get into that, I have a special thing to show you guys from the Amazon Play Store, who is actually helping sponsor this video. So let's just jump into that. So if you hadn't seen from the official Epic 7 website or from a lot of the other different content creators, you can actually get Epic 7 now on the Amazon App Store, using the link down in the description to help your boy out quite a bit. But you may be wondering, what is it and why should I download it, right? What's this all about? So first, what is it? Because I wouldn't recommend you something if I didn't think it was actually worth your time. But what it is essentially going to be another app store where you can get the app and actually get some pretty sweet deals whenever you spend on the App Store and on the games that you're playing. In this case, most likely going to be Epic 7, right? Which is actually going to be on there, right? So where can you get it? What devices can you do it? It works for any Windows 11 device, which means you can actually download the Amazon App Store from your Windows 11 computer, and you can get it straight through there. No need for emulator. You're able to just get the Amazon App Store on your computer and get the game there, which is really sweet, right? It's really nice to be able to do that. But you may be like me and don't have Windows 11 yet. Does that mean you can't get these awesome deals from the Amazon App Store? No, you can actually still get it on any Android device as well. So this tablet that I'm actually recording this video on actually already has the Amazon App Store, and it does help you through those steps if you follow the link and all that good stuff. And if you need any help, make sure to ping me in the Discord and I'll help you as much as I'm able to. And you should be able to get the Amazon App Store and get Epic 7. But okay, let's say you did all of this and you were able to get it on your emulator, on your Android tablet, or on your computer Windows 11 device. Why? What should you do afterwards? Why would you want to do this? Well, you're actually going to be getting some pretty sweet deals with 20% off a lot of your purchases using Amazon coins. Essentially, if you think about it, whenever you buy a Leaf pack or if you buy Mystic pack or those specialty packs, you get 20%. So for example, the collaboration packs are usually $100. But now you can get that same value for $80, right, with the Amazon coins. That's a pretty sweet deal, right? That's really good, and long term that really helps a lot, especially if you're a dolphin or a whale. Now, for the people that are light spenders and free to play, what do you get out of it? Well, at the end of the day, there are times that you'll eventually get some money to spend in the game, and you want to make sure you're getting the most out of it to be able to optimize, right? You don't want to just waste money. Sometimes, back in the day when I used to get gift cards for Amazon, I didn't know really how to use them. Because it's through the Amazon App Store, if you get an Amazon gift card now, you can actually use the Amazon gift card to get some of the coins to actually spend on the game, right? So it's actually pretty nice if you ever get a gift and you don't have anything you really want to order through Amazon, you don't have anything you want, it's a pretty nice way to spend it and have a little bit of fun, right? So it's definitely something I recommend you guys getting. It's super nice, super long-term, amazing benefits to actually be able to get 20% back on your spending, which is, I just want to let you guys know. But with that out of the way, make sure you go through it and get it. It's going to be pretty awesome. But yeah, let's go to the top 5 from there. So as always, first we have our honorable mentions to start getting in the mood for the heroes that kind of are this get stronger as time goes on, reverse power creep heroes. And first, we have none other than Roana. When she was first released, she was honestly only there to really counter Seaside Bellona because Seaside Bellona used to be incredibly busted. And that was about as far as she went, with some pretty good PvE usages as well. Well, as time went on and more counterattack heroes got released, she actually started to see a lot more play in RTA, a lot more play in Arena. She's an incredibly powerful Arena unit for a very long time during the Rem Violet days, the counterattack days. And she was pretty staple to actually being able to auto a lot of those teams, right? It was very strong hero that had been around for quite a long time, that her kit, because it's so broad in what it tries to do, actually got her to be stronger. Now, because her lows are quite low and her highs are pretty good, this is one of the reasons she's actually only an honorable mention. But another really good example to try to give you some idea is going to be none other than Operator Sigrid. The reason being that at the end of the day, what she's trying to do is counter barrier heroes. And with Hua being such a strong unit and so meta prevalent, Operator Sigrid saw a really high spike in utility, right? Because she's able to deal with these barrier heroes. Same thing when Carrot was quite meta, right? She was this super cool counter hero that was very, very strong at the time because barriers were meta, right? So as long as barriers are strong and are meta, Operator Sigrid is going to get stronger. So it's really cool to see those ups and highs. The other thing, because it's a little bit more specialized to just countering barriers, which is not as widespread, she's definitely going to have some rough periods whenever there's no barrier heroes actually being played as often. But that is going to lead us into our top 5. And for number 5, we have none other than Landy. So the reason Landy's here is that even though she's been around for such a long time, and she's definitely had her ups and highs, it is really cool to see how strong she actually is becoming, right? As Guiding Light comes out, as people get stronger gear, and regardless of meta shifts, you've seen her actually pop off. Even in this more hyper aggressive meta, the Guiding Light axis and the fact she's actually able to utilize that 15% CR push up has evolved into these speed Landies that are able to take that turn 1 and able to do some crazy stuff, especially when paired with DN. It's just, you have the DN and the Landy to be able to take that turn 1. Just really solid combos in drafting and just really getting better with time, right? She definitely had a season where she was kind of dipping a little bit, but now it's like almost she's full back, right? It's really cool to actually see kind of that reverse power creep and seeing her coming from very strong to kind of okay to being really strong again, right? So it's definitely amazing to actually see Landy go through that, and it's a unit that definitely deserves to be shown as a unit that's getting better with time, right? Because at the end of the day, she's doing great damage, speeding up, and countering heavy buff heroes such as DN, right? Because DN is very strong right now. She's also one of the best counters against that. But now we're going to go into number 4, and we have a newer unit that I believe is going to get stronger, even stronger as time goes on, Lionheart Sermia. So the reason she's above Landy is because this unit is actually increasing in power, right? When she was first released, she really didn't make a big splash. She was good in Arena, but that was about it. And there was a lot of counters in RTA, but when the 2 prevent hit and a lot of her counters started dropping off, and a lot of these counterattack heroes and these dual attack heroes such as Cecilia started coming out, Lionheart stonks went all the way through the roof. This is one of my most wanted units now because she's just this incredible bruiser that's able to survive, and with all the dual attacks, you're getting this S3 really often to be able to AoE, penetrate target's defense, and just clap the opponent. It's really cool to see that and have that counter to counter attacks and the counter to dual attacks all in one unit, which is such core mechanics to the game that I really do think this unit is only going to get stronger as time goes on, right? Because as more heroes are released with dual attacks, counter attacks, she's going to be there to keep them in check. She's going to be a solid hero for you to use in those situations. The only reason she's lower on this list, because I honestly struggled putting her even higher, like in 2 or 3, because I really do believe she's going to get stronger in the future, is that she hasn't been around for that long. She hasn't really shown that exponential growth that some of the higher heroes on this list are actually going to show. But that is going to take us to the number 3, and we have none other than Assassin Sid. Man, this unit has really grown to be almost a staple hero for a lot of different drafts from just being a speed contender, right? Initially, the main reason people used him was because he has one of the fastest base speeds in the game, only slower than Ran and Kayron by 1 speed, right? By 1 Misty speed, he's slower than these 2 heroes. But again, one of the best speed contesters at the time, right? Because the other heroes were significantly slower than a Sid was, right? So incredibly strong speed contester. Even today, he does a pretty good job at doing speed contester. But he's actually evolved to be even more than that, to be almost like a Riolet, right? Where he's this incredible opener that does insane single target damage and has become a staple for a lot of closer Charles cleaves because he just comes in, does dummiest single target damage, pushes up closer Charles, and then they just kind of get a really nice combo, right? So the release of closer Charles, as well as the meta getting more aggressive and needing speed and speed contesters to be able to do damage, he has just gone up immensely, right? He still sports one of the fastest speed in the game. He's able to kill a lot of different targets, and on a damage build, this guy just slaps so freaking hard, and a lot of people even using Shepherd the Hollow to be able to maximize that damage, right? Really cool hero, getting stronger as time goes on. Just amazing to actually see how a hero can evolve in their role without particularly needing any buffs, right? So it's really cool to actually see a Sid, which is why he's actually going to be number 3. At number 2, we have the unit that honestly, I feel like this unit is never going to be bad, and there's always going to be a meta for her, and it's going to be none other than Specter Tenebria. Whenever you think this unit is out of the meta, well, blink for a second, because the next week she's probably going to pop up again. Why? At the end of the day, the mechanic that she brings to the table of requiring AoE damage to actually deal with her, as well as her being an incredibly strong single target damage dealing mage that can carry her own book, makes her just an incredible contender for a hero that's going to get better with time. No matter the meta, if there's a single target heavy meta, she's going to be broken. If there's an AoE heavy meta, she may not be as strong, but she still forces the response from the opponent, and she can easily transition her build to be more tanky and still just pump out tons of damage, because there's not many heroes that can just consistently do AoE damage, right? And of course, she's a mage, she carries book, she's still going to be a cleave staple for a very long time for those aggressive type drafts to be able to come in, right? So it's man, this unit never has a bad season. We talked about it in the previous weeks for the timeless heroes. She really does feel like a hero that's never going to be bad, and honestly is just going to keep getting better and better with time because of how unique this stealth mechanic really is, where she doesn't really have that buff that can just be stripped. It's just a passive that's always going to be there, making Stena very hard to take out. But that is going to bring us to the number 1 slot, and we have none other than Politis. I imagine a lot of players probably knew that she was going to be up here, because this hero really has shown the strength when her kit was first released. When she was first released, everyone knew when they looked at the kit, this hero is going to just keep on getting better and better. Why? Her passive is just incredible, and there are so many heroes that trigger this passive that she's just always gonna be there, right? And she's become a cleave staple at this point. Fighting cleave without a Politis is significantly easier, right? And stopping cleave when they have Politis, it's really, really hard, right? It's just one of these heroes that, man, this passive is just incredible, right? It reduces CR gain, which so many heroes have CR gain mechanics, and anytime a non-attack skill is used, well, it's always going to be, does Politis counter her? And 9 times out of 10, it's a yes, right? Almost every hero that's released that has a non-attack skill, Politis does something against it, because she's going to be doing that big AoE attack and coming and cutting the turn and doing another big AoE attack if they're not able to get rid of her. Just incredibly, incredibly potent. When Conqueror Lilias came out, she was one of the main checks with Abyssal Crown. With even things like AOL, right? People were still able to clear her quite easily because of Politis. She stopped Sage Ball because she's able to cut the CR gain quite a bit when you're actually cleaving. So it's just the amount of things this unit does is just absolutely ridiculous, and just such a good, strong passive. And I really do believe this unit is going to keep getting stronger and stronger, especially as more non-attack heroes are going to be released in the meta. But that is going to be all I have for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Peace.